Afternoon guys, today's job is replacing a fuel filler neck on a V-Reg Micra. These do have a habit of rotting out, so this is just going to be a quick video to explain how to change them. First job is to crack your wheel nuts, like so. This car uses a type of tuner nut, which has its own specific tool. And then jack up your car. You can then remove the wheel nuts and put them to one side. You will need to open the fuel filler flap either with a key or by pulling the little lever inside the car. So the inside of this wheel arch isn't too bad. We've got a plastic cover here, which is held in with these little clips, and there's two nuts that hold the fuel filler flap in place to the body, and then there's two clips, one for the filler and one for the breather, and I'll show you how to remove all that. Right, what you need is something sharp and pokey, and you just push the centre in and it comes out. Obviously this clip was broken, but you just pop the little tab in the middle, like so, and there's another one up inside the wheel arch by there. So. There's obviously a lot of mud flying down at me as well.
Yes. That might have something to do with yesterday when I got stuck.
Yeah.
That was a low point.
Yes. Right, 12mm socket into here, and out she comes. And one more at the top, like so. These are M8 by 1.25 threads. And then for the bottom hose clip, we've got a 10mm by here. Sometimes these come undone without too much of a fight, sometimes they'll just snap the head off and you have to bend them out of the way and then replace them with new. You don't have to undo it all the way, just enough that you can loosen it like this with your hand. Then you take a pair of pliers to this clip here, give them a squeeze, pull them to one side and onto the filler neck, and then carefully pull the rubbers off of the filler neck, like so. catch that clip, put it to one side. With this, obviously this is now loose, and if you look in the top, all you have to do to remove this is pull it towards you and down, and it'll fall through the rubber. So after removing the fuel filler neck to try and find the leak, we found out that the fuel filler neck itself was actually fine, and it's entirely possible it's one of the breather pipes from the fuel tank is split. So I've got to drop this fuel tank, and I do that with this bolt here and this bolt there. I'm just going to drop the fuel tank just slightly down out of the way to inspect the pipe work. I've dropped the tank out of the way, and where I thought that it was the filler neck that was leaking, it turns out there was actually a split in this pipe. Probably can't explain it. It was only a pinhole, but it was just enough that when the fuel filler was filled with fuel, it just applied enough pressure to make the fuel leak out of it. It was only doing it when it was brimmed and not when it was at, say, half tank, so it wasn't an issue. But I dropped the tank. I'm just going to replace this entire run of pipe and send the customer on his way. I'll show you how to refit a fuel filler neck as well. I fed the fuel filler neck into the top and into the bottom here. It's a bit of an awkward one, so I did it off camera. Takes a bit of wrestling to get it in place, but with this, just need to basically fight the rubber elbow onto the bottom. Right, I had to loosen it off a little bit just to get this elbow on.
They're ruining, literally, they are going to destroy diesel garlers, because the whole fucking reason you go on a diesel garler is to fucking bellow out the window and listen to the fucking crash. If you can't do that, what's the fucking point? You're just pootling around doing 25 miles an hour.
Do me a favour, quiet for 2 seconds. Right. Always best practice putting your bolts in here. Once you've got the bottom elbow in place, get the bottom bolt in, feed it in by hand, 12mm, M8. Bottom bolt there, and then there is a top bolt up here.
I think the bonnet has gone out of alignment since...
No, that wing's fucked.
Are you sure?
Yep. Right. Have this clip here. Goes on the breather pipe by here. So I just put it on, let it go, and take this and just feed them on. Grip the pipe, clip, squeeze them, pull them up, and let them go. Right. This elbow sometimes needs a bit of a massage to get it into its final place, and then it's a 10mm bolt to tighten them down. Make sure the bottom hose clip is tight as well for this elbow. If not, you will end up with a fuel leak. Next job is this cover. This cover needs to be refitted. it goes this way in, like so. Now these clips usually break on the way out, so what I'm going to do is use cable ties. Also makes it easier in case you ever need to change it again. So cut the tails off and get rid of them. Fuel filler cap is back in as normal. I'll see. Close that. And then put the wheel back on, take axle stand out, drop it down, job done. Thanks for watching, guys.